This enemy is dangerous, skilled, relentless. But Rainbow's mandate is to protect the world. We have to stay committed, even when we're down. We defend those in need. We plan. We prepare. We adapt. We do whatever is necessary. Because our enemies won't go down quietly. Whoever they target, Rainbow will protect. Wherever they go, Rainbow will be there to stop them. It's what we were born to do. It's what we train for. We trust in our skills, and we accept the risk. We put our lives on the line for the cause. We put our differences aside. And against all odds, we hold fast. This is why Rainbow exists. The world needs someone to stamp out the darkness. That is our duty. Our promise. When the dust settles, we remember who we are. We fight terror on a global scale. We are Rainbow. Together, we will win this fight.
Welcome to the first part of the Rainbow Operations Staff Training. I'm Mira, Defense Instructor of the ROS team.
And I'm Zero, Attack Instructor. We'll guide you through the basics of operations. Movement, shooting, navigation, environment, etc.
For this portion, you will act as Sledge. His unique ability will help you control your environment.
Here we are. Let's see what you got, Specialist.
Your health is on the bottom left. Keep an eye on it. We'll be guiding you using pings, like the ones in your comms display. There are two types, location pings on the left and opponent pings on the right.
Maneuver your camera to follow my ping.
Great, now walk to the target zone.
See that pinged area on the other side? You'll have to go around to continue your training.
Okay, friends. Let's talk first impressions, because this is a first impressions review show, right? Like, legit, my immediate first impressions. I miss, and I hate to be this guy. I already am like, this is clunky and slow. Wow. So clunky and so slow. And it kind of saddens me that, like, I have to hold ADS down and I can't just tap it. I have trained my brain to move in Black Ops 6. This feels like walking through molasses. It's just, my brain's got to readjust no matter what the game is. Now, I'm not trying to ban it. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I'm letting you know, if you're watching, that's going to be what frustrates me. Now, there's a bunch of different operators, and they probably all have, unlike in Call of Duty, they all probably have their own unique thing, which might include in this game the weird, interesting nuance of a different cadence, a different running speed, a different physics and movement and stuff that I'm not used to. It kind of sounds like maybe that's the case. Either way, I'm here to learn and adapt to and get to know. And I swear to you, give me Mr. DeMille, come in for a close-up. I swear to you, I want to give this game all the games that I know I'm just sort of unfairly dipping my toe in. I'm going to give them a full-on, honest effort of attempting to get to play them, etc. and whatnot, and get to know them and stuff. But my preferences may remain what they are, and I may get a little snarky on occasion, and I apologize now in advance. But it's awesome, and I like the vibe. Nice intro, good movie, sets the tone, and here we go, basic introduction, basic tutorial, action. We're going to get into some training. Presumably, this one is a little bit more instant access to the multiplayer, battle royale, and soccer team match style confrontation. I think there is also a campaign mode, maybe? I'm not sure. But we're going to push a little further. Although I could just dip out right here and spin the wheel of variety. I'm going to push a little bit further just to see what this tutorial is. An idea of how much longer it's going to go on for. But so far, I like it. It just, oh man, do I miss how fast and smooth I can theoretically move around in Black Ops 6. Also, but this is, it is what it is. We're going to try to get used to it. This, I know that this game is totally different, and I'm probably going to get mocked and ridiculed for talking about it and comparing and contrasting it to Call of Duty. But it's the game I play the most. And part of my brain is like, when are you going to stop playing all these other silly games and go back to Call of Duty? When you didn't do your daily duties today? When are you going to go back? In Call of Duty today? Call of Duty? Because that's the burden I live with, or at least that I play up and play act as a creator of character content about a character trapped in your timeline, living through the madness that's going on around us, and in protest, trying to self-commodify himself, even though it's all disruptive. Gamers for world peace. Let's go. In video games, it's all an endless loop of you just keep going on. In real life, it's not. And therefore, this is not an endorsement by proxy of the other. Pin on the corkboard. Let that stand as noticed and notified. I should write that down. No, I shouldn't. Let's get back to this view. And then we're going to go back to the other games. We're going to cycle through. This can be the fun part. I want to do maybe juggle 4 of these and be like, burp, 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 burp. Why? Just because. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Because my character is that scatterbrained. But we will push on and do a little bit deeper dive into this one. Because I'm curious as to what's what. Here we go. Muting self.
Too slow? Try sprinting.
Fast work. Now let's get to that shooting range, Barry.
Shoot the target. Now try while aiming down your sights. Feels better, right?
Your ammo's limited. Don't waste your shots.
Reload early if you have to. Waiting till the last...
If you do run out of ammo, switch to your backup weapon. You can't always rely on your primary one.
Switch him out.
Try your secondary weapon on this target.
Now back to your primary.
See the prompt? You can climb over some barriers, including this one.
Get moving to that next spot. See if you can climb that ladder.
The rooms beyond hide unseen targets. You'll need to lean to see around these tight corners.
Go to the door to the left, and shoot the target on the other side. Now here, get close to the window and lean right to shoot the next target.
Refresher, you can check the control layout.
You're coming along nicely, Specialist. Let's test your endurance.
We set up an obstacle course through that door.
Speed isn't everything. Stealth and precision will help you avoid detection.
Check this sound meter to learn how much sound your actions make. You won't have it in the field.
First, try crouching. You'll be a smaller target and make less noise.
Now, vault over this window. Vaulting can be noisy, so stay alert. If you need to, you can go prone to lay low.
This position can also help steady your aim and give you a situational advantage.
Try it with this target. Nicely done. Your next lesson is through these obstacles. Make your way to the ping.
Hold up. The target's facing away from you. If you walk up slowly, you can greatly reduce the noise you make and avoid exposing your position. No sprinting. If the target hears you, you lose the element of surprise. Hold up. The target's facing away from you. If you walk up slowly, you can greatly reduce the noise you make and avoid exposing your position. No sprinting. If the target hears you, you lose the element of surprise. Hold up. The target's facing away from you. If you walk up slowly...
Sneak up close, and you can take out the target with a melee attack. You accomplished a lot. Now get to that door.
If you need to, run. So this is a barricade. I want you to go through it.
A few melee attacks should get the job done. There's the target on the other side. They're partially hidden, so aim carefully.
Go for the head.
Headshot.
One headshot is enough to eliminate any opponent.
There's a target in the room to your right, protected by bulletproof glass.
And a wooden wall next to it. You've seen these, but this one has no holes in it. Here's the trick. You can shoot through this kind of surface to take out a target on the other side. You're learning to use your environment to your advantage. Good job.
Not only can you shoot through breakable walls, but you can also break them to pass through if you have the right tools.
Your breaching hammer should do the trick here.
That breaching hammer is Sledge's unique ability.
Every operator has their own unique ability. You should learn how they function and interact.
But for now, smash that wall. It will also be broken, but you won't be able to pass through the metal beams. Second, check your compass. It indicates what floor you're in.
Now to drop down, you need to find a hatch. There's one in the corner. Break it, and you'll see what I mean.
Compass updates automatically when you change location. Communication between teammates is essential. The compass will display pings and help you locate your location.
Apply your knowledge to break through to the next room. Pinged behind the bulletproof glass. Good thing it was a hammer.
Feel free to experiment with ability, melee attack, and firearms.
Take a look at this target behind the bulletproof glass.
You won't be able to get it with your firearm or melee attack. Time to learn about gadgets. All operators have these, but you can only carry one variety at a time.
In this case, you have frag grenades. Throw one above the bulletproof glass to eliminate the target.
We're almost done. Find the next hatch to go through. And apply your learnings. Eliminate all targets. Good luck. If you need a refresher, check the control layout.
You can't fall through a breakable floor, but you can shoot through it.
Is complete. We'll be there to guide you through the rest.
You might be ready for your first mission. Soon.
Okay. Alright, friends. So, that was the tutorial. Honestly, I've got to be fully blunt in all honesty. Like, I don't know that this will win me over in terms of time consuming. Now, we haven't looked at the full game yet, but we just got dumped into after ending the tutorial. What I presume is going to be our default every day login, boom, here's your lobby, right? After we click through whatever. Okay, so clearance level up, new playlist unlocked, enlisted. Go up against an army of AI while solo or in a squad. I'm not going to not play the game. I look forward to playing through this, and I am gonna pause and tap out right here because I can tell we still have a few things that it'll want us to do. And they'll be interesting, but painfully slow compared to a nice, tidy, brutal, blitzkrieg, fast, omni-movement, jumping and jiving of Black Ops 6, which is what I'm fiending for. I apologize. So we're doing the hello first impression. This is going to be interesting and tactical, and I look forward to seeing what the different operators do. I look forward to what all the fun, perky things. I got a bunch of for this one, I got like the entire collection of all the different years releases of operators. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like if this was, insert name of other game we played before, redacted here, and we had, the full thing that we had a full list of unlockables, and just because it was on Ubisoft, all of them are. So they are. But I won't get to that for a hot second. In episode 2 of this insert name of this game here, we'll be back to check out this next little playlist. I don't know how many different matches, but I bet it's going to make me do a couple of different AI solo squad style rehearsal runs through the, I guess, different default modes, perhaps, is what I suspect. Because I'm a complete newcomer and doesn't have a background. I did go to our Rainbow Six Siege X whatchamahoozle and let it know who I am, and it knows who I am now. So, we're all connected there. And I'll be back to dive into another first impression, splash in, and check out the fundamentals. This is very Rainbow Six. I've played other versions of Rainbow Six before, and I've always been sort of like, if only I could be multiple me's, so I could be like, there you go, be the Rainbow Six part of me, go be in its own specially designed to be brutally excellent at Rainbow Six with the patience for Rainbow Six style, because that's like a very small percentage of me relative to the why aren't we playing Black Ops 6 part of me, which is like raging. No offense, I've always been a bit of a loyalist in that regard in terms of movement and physics. And the argument is like, nah, it's because you haven't given it a full try. Maybe, but I've played it before in other versions, and this feels exactly like that. I look forward to seeing what more of this there is, but there's a bazillion different games that I wanted to fire off today, and I'm being cheeky in a little bit of tongue and cheek. We're going to cycle back through and revisit them all tonight before we end things, I believe, and play at least 1 or 2 or 3 matches each. I will also probably play to stave off that. BRB, friends. Thank you for watching. What page are we on? What are you guys looking at there? Okay, cool. Tune in to whatever our next one is, because it's like you stumbled into a clearance fire. No, I don't want to use that word. Yeah, I'm just like wholesale dipping my toe into a bunch of different games and checking them out real quick. Just the instant onboarding and did it let me save out and stop playing? That's my first impression review moment. Pin on the corkboard. We'll be back to play more of it. That's the idea. In longer